Hey team, welcome to the kitchen. This is the first show we're doing in the new kitchen tonight. It's pretty exciting. And I said to Pete and to Leah, hey, I'm making the zucchini noodles and you guys have been asking me for the recipe, so I thought I would show you in real time how uber easy this is to make. Now, if you haven't met Leah before, this is Pete's daughter, Leah. Do you want to say hi? Hi. So they're all over there. Can you see? We're also looking at a monitor so we can make sure that we can see everything. And because we're live, oh, hi Amanda Baker, nice to see you. Because we're live, I've actually got the iPad here with me, and if you've got any questions, at the moment I'm watching my Monique Bradley page, but if you're on your fixed TV, Pete's watching that page, and if you want to ask us any questions about things that we're doing, how we're making the zucchini noodle salad, and what's involved, just send in the messages because we can see your questions, and we're happy to answer. Isn't that right? Cool. So this recipe, my friend Dr. Nick actually shared it with me. I went to see her. She's a chiropractor, amazing woman. And she said to me, oh, my latest food addiction is zucchini noodles. And I said, what do you mean? She said, they're so easy to make. Zucchinis are super cheap and they're a really good replacement for pasta. Now, I can't eat a lot of pasta. If I eat too much, I get really bloaty. To be honest, I get a bit windy, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of upsets my stomach, so I try to keep clear of pasta as much as possible. And zucchini noodles are a really good food hack to be able to do that, because all of a sudden you've kind of got this noodly kind of green salad and delicious toppings, and it's actually the toppings which add the flavour. There's not a lot of flavour in zucchini, to be fair. It's more about the texture, and it's more about having something to fill the bowl. And when I show you how easy it is, seriously, this is going to become your new favourite food addiction. Now we're adding on top, according to Dr. Nick's recipes, Leah's got a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes. Now seriously, we eat these like lollies. They are so delicious, I can't begin to tell you. You're just going to throw a whole bunch of those in there. I've got on the bench here, I've got some halloumi as well. Now halloumi is really great for those of you who don't eat a lot of protein. It's another good, it's a dairy fat, it's a cheese, and it's one of the only cheeses that you can actually cook in a frying pan. I'm going to show you how to do that. Really, really cool. Now keep in mind, I'm not a chef. I work with Ray McVinney, my mum's a cooking teacher, but I'm not a chef, so if you see me doing something wrong, apologies. I just really like food and I wanted to share this recipe with you. The other ingredient in my salad tonight is I've got some pesto. Now pesto is great because that's your flavour base for this salad, and the halloumi I've got to go with it actually has chili in it. So it's going to be quite full of flavour, which is good because, to be fair, zucchini can be a bit bland. So those are the ingredients. The cost, really cheap per portion. This zucchini is actually too much for me, so I won't even use a whole zucchini. And when you see the price of them, oh, so easy. One pack of halloumi will do probably three separate meals for me, and cherry tomatoes are cheap as anything at the moment, so really cool. Now we're also at the same time have water boiling at the back, and we're actually going to cook pasta for Pete and Leah, so they're going to have the same dinner, but without all the other ingredients. So you can see that's our stovetop there. I've got a pan and I've got the boiling water ready to go. Now the water is loaded with salt, and what I've learnt from working with Ray McVinney is that your water should be salty like the Mediterranean Sea. So there you go. Okay, so first things first, I need to get my halloumi cooking and we need to get the pasta on. You need to start chopping cherry tomatoes. You know what you're doing. Okay, halloumi. I need to chop up some halloumi right now. Now halloumi is great. I think it's if you're going to do something a little bit fancy, I think it's a really cool choice. This block was, I think, about $6 at Countdown, and you don't really need big chunks. Like that's probably a little too thick. Like that. Now that's as much as I would have in my salad, and I find that really filling. So this is Pete's serving. I don't think Leah's having any halloumi in her pasta tonight.
No, thank you.
Okay, nice manners there. So that is 2 people's servings, and now I've probably got another 2 people's servings there. I'm going to give Pete a little bit more. So this is also a great dish for you vegetarians. I think for vegans it's not so good because you probably don't like dairy. Now this goes straight into a pan on my bench top. It's that easy, on my stove top. So let's go to that right now. So in the same time that it actually takes me, I'm just going to use a little bit of actually avocado oil tonight because I quite like it. just got my pan on there. At the same time, Pete's going to pop into the kitchen and he is actually going to put my pasta on. Pete, that's your job right now, so come back to the kitchen. Hey, remember guys, we are live, so if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to send them in, because I can see people watching, and feel free to say hi. And it's always good, obviously, to have kids in the kitchen. That's always super fun. How are you going with the tomatoes there?
Okay.
Really good. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just fold the tomatoes through. We're not cooking anything else. I'm only heating up the pan with the oil in it for the halloumi. That's Pete. He's heading into the kitchen.
Hey.
3 of us in the kitchen tonight. And so he's going to do the pasta. Oh, hi Mandy Crawford, nice to see you. And Christine Edlin down in Wellington, nice to see you. I'm making zucchini noodle salad. And in fact, it's time to show you what to do with the zucchini. I've just got to put my halloumi in the pan, because in the time it takes to basically cook the pasta, cook the halloumi, my noodles will be done as well. So that's how quick it is. Right, how are you going with your pasta there, Pete?
Very good. You can hear me. Now, one of the things I learned from Ray is that when you put the pasta in, you bring it back to the boil, stirring it.
Yeah.
And by stirring it and bringing it back to the boil once it's gone in, that's when it doesn't stick together, because it basically gets all the glug out of it, and you get nice, beautiful, freeform pasta.
There you go.
So yeah, bring it back up to the boil.
I think it's a great idea.
There you go. I did not know that, so
a tip
thank you,
from
Ray.
Thanks, Ray McVinney, Master Chef.
Yeah.
Now, I talked to Ray about this recipe. I said, oh, Ray, have you tried this? This is great. And he said to me, what would you eat raw zucchini for? He wasn't that impressed, but I really like it. Oh, by the way, this is a zucchini noodler. It didn't cost me very much, but you can use it, well, it's not just for zucchinis. You can use it for other vegetables, carrot, parsnips, whatever you want. And obviously they have to be things that you can eat raw, unless you're going to noodle something and then cook it down. So for example, parsnips, you wouldn't eat raw. Ray said he would never eat zucchinis raw. Don't need that at the moment. How's the tomatoes going?
That's very strange.
It is very strange, isn't it? So now I've done the first bit, just remembered I better put them in a bowl, because I'm going to eat them all straight away. So I've already washed this, look at that. And these are my noodles.
That's incredible.
It is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it gives me kind of that consistency and that texture that I'm wanting when I have noodles, without having to upset my tummy. That's the most important thing. I just think this is the coolest thing ever. Right, now Pete, I'm going to hop over to the stove and put my halloumi in there, because it's pretty much going to be on now. Yep. Yep, that's ready to go. Oopsie. There you go, that's simple. Might just turn that down a little bit. Wash my hands there. Now that is going to cook pretty darn quickly. Just do a few more noodles in there. Now I do get a lot of people asking me, how do you make zucchini noodles? Well, it's pretty much that simple. All of this in the bowl. Now I am going to put a little bit of olive oil in it. I spoke to my mum about this. Was really concerned. She said, eating raw zucchini makes you sick. There's something in it that'll make you sick. Well, you know, here's the thing. When we put these ingredients in there, because we've got things like olive oil, we're putting in some salt and some pepper. It's actually going to kind of pickle, so it has a bit of a chemical reaction. In fact, I'll do that now. There's salt. Bit of pepper, should be fine. I'm going to throw a little bit of olive oil in here. So this is what I'm having for dinner tonight, by the way. A little bit of olive oil. I'm going to check on my halloumi. Should be cooking up pretty. Oh yeah, I can already smell it. Now you have to excuse the bowl. It's pretty the pan. It's pretty odd. Yeah, see, look at that. That's cooked up really quickly. Beautiful. Can you? I hope you can see that on the camera. Okay.
Yep, they can see it.
Yep. Can you see it, Leah?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm looking at the.
Oh, see, that one's probably a little overcooked. Not bothered. Very old pan. I need to get new pans. How's it looking, Dom?
Wow.
I know, it's cool, eh? I love halloumi because it goes really squeaky when you eat it. I'm not the best at using kitchen utensils, but here we go. Right, here we go. So that's not too far off cooked. Pasta's nearly cooked. It's looking pretty good there. Okay, I've got my noodles in the bowl. I'm going to add in, very shortly, about a tablespoon. Oh no, about half a tablespoon maybe of. Hi guys, if you've just joined, I hope you're having something yummy for dinner tonight. So Pete, if you want to cut back to the top cam, you are there. Okay, I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of pesto in there now. One thing we learnt from working, actually I might add in a little bit more because I really love the flavour of that. One of the things we learnt from working with Ray McVinney is that pasta isn't pasta until you mix all the ingredients and the flavours through. So there you go. Just got olive oil in there, a little bit of pesto. That is going to be delicious. How does that look?
A little bit of pesto.
A little bit of pesto.
More like a lot.
Yeah. Now I need, Leah, about a handful, your size handful of cherry tomatoes in here. So do you want to pop some cherry tomatoes in there? Thanks, honey. How's that looking?
It's
Good. Looking good? And then, so we need to mix that through, just like that. And that will kind of pickle down. Now, as we put the halloumi on, it will actually wilt the zucchini down a little bit. So I'll just take that, just like that. Leave the other pieces there. And that is my dinner, just like that. In fact, I might even just fold those through so we get that halloumi through. And there you go. That is how to use a zucchini noodler. And the flavours are absolutely insane. And the cool thing is that every time you have another bite of the food, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of another flavour hit. So there you go. So that's my gluten-free version. And I would get told off if I was on TV for making too much mess on the bench because you're supposed to tidy as you go. But you know, it's my kitchen. I can do what I like. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to make the version with pasta, and then we're going to readjust that so it looks kind of pretty. Turn that one over. I'm not allowed to use my fingers because it's my kitchen. Hi Tracy Marie. Nice to see you, honey. Right, we've got Pete's pasta coming. Is it cooked, Pete?
Yes.
I think it's just about cooked. Hey, if you guys want to know what else we're doing, Tracy, because you've just joined us, I've been making zucchini noodles tonight. Using zucchini, obviously, and a zucchini noodler. And Leah is my helper in the kitchen, eating the cherry tomatoes. You need some for your dad's pasta.
Don't worry,
There's plenty there? Okay. Now, Leah, did you say you've got zucchinis growing in your garden?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's so cool. But you don't eat them?
No.
Do you want to try some? No, you're okay.
I'll just stay back here.
Okay, now Pete's pasta is cooked. So Pete's going to drain his pasta. I'm making him run around everywhere and do all the camera stuff all at the same time. He's very busy. Very busy. And remember, guys, if you want to ask any questions about what we're doing, feel free, because you're in our kitchen. You're in our kitchen. I just about can't wait. I actually want to try this right now. Oh, we've got pasta. Pasta's ready. Not sure if you can see it very well.
No, I don't think so. It's a bit bright.
I put it there.
Okay. So I'm going to take Pete's pasta and do exactly the same thing.
Don't forget to leave some for me.
I will remember, honey.
Good.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, and it's going everywhere. Now we've used angel hair pasta because it's really quick to cook.
So good.
And it's your favourite, eh, Leah?
Yep.
Here we go. Does that look about enough for Pete and about enough for you? That's yours over there.
Yeah.
There you go. Would you like to put that in your bowl? Oh, yum. I shouldn't eat it, but I love it. Oh, so good.
Stop eating it.
I know. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to use some olive oil in there because it's nice. And you're probably wondering why I'm using this tiny bottle. I went to an event and got it as a sample, and it's the perfect size for this. We ran out of olive oil in the kitchen today, so you've got to use what's in the cupboard, right? Same thing, about a tablespoon or dessert spoon of pesto. May I have the cherry tomatoes?
Yes, you may.
Thanks, lady. I'm going to put those in here. Same thing. How's your pasta?
It's good.
Is it good?
Yes.
Same thing. Mix it all through. Oh yeah, that looks great. In fact, because there's more pasta than my zucchini, I might put in a little bit more of the pesto just to give it a lot more colour and a lot more flavour. Now, if you are blessed to have a garden and you make your and you grow your own basil, because we've got basil growing here as well, so you can add basil pieces to it, which will just be beautiful every time you have a mouthful. If you've got your own, look, it's easy to make your own pesto. You don't have to use pine nuts because they're so expensive. You can use as a substitute cashews. In fact, usually all the commercial versions of pesto like this that you can buy are usually actually made with cashews, not pine nuts these days, because it is a more cost-effective option. So yeah, you can make your own pesto. I've even made it with peanuts, and it's still just as tasty. Look at all that. It's so good. I want some more tomatoes on the top. And yeah, all you need is some, if you've got a little bit of even ground parmesan, you can add that into a a blender or a mixer. Add your parmesan, add your nuts, add a little bit of olive oil and your basil leaves, load it all up. Look, you've got your own pesto. How are you going with your pasta? Good. Okay, so the last thing we need for Pete's non-gluten-free version, I'll just take these out of here. Now, for all you chefs watching me, please excuse me, I am not a trained chef at all. I'm a food enthusiast. Doing things my way, making a lot of mistakes, but I'm having a lot of fun. That's the most important thing about food, right? There you go. So I just want to eat that crispy bit. Oh, so good. So look at that. It's a complete mess, but I'll tell you what, this little dish under promises and over delivers every time. It's tasty as heck. You got a bit of protein in there, you've got your carbs, you've got tomatoes, so that's one of your 5+ a day kind of hanging out in there. You've got everything you need, but the one thing I can, and I don't even know how to serve it properly, but the one thing I can tell you is whether you're having the gluten version or the gluten-free version, this is tasty. And seriously, I'll make sure you can see it, and seriously, that looks cool. So I'll just tidy everything up there. It can be really cost effective. It's a really easy way to take one dish, because if you're a bit food fussy like me, if there's certain things you can't eat, sometimes it's really hard making a family friendly version of the same dish and you end up having to cook 3 meals. Don't do that to yourself. Make it easy. Look, I need to wipe the inside. That's what they do on MasterChef, don't they? Just ignore the not prettiness of it. Because it's really, really tasty. That's the most important thing. So there you go. A gluten version with pasta, really cost effective, or the gluten-free version, my way, with zucchini noodles. I'll tell you what, this will become your new favourite food addiction, and that, my friends, is one of the best food hacks I think I've found recently. So every week I'm happy to share a new food hack with you guys. So if you want to see something hacked either as a gluten-free version, as something that's a little bit cheaper to make, or something that is a little bit healthier, lower in sugar, let me know, and that's what I'm here to do with my food hacks. Leah, how's pasta tasting?
Good.
Really, really good? Well, you know what, guys? I think it's time for dinner, so thank you for watching, and we've got more food hacks coming up for you guys really soon. Bye from me, bye from Leah, bye from Pete behind the camera. See you guys. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen. Bye. Oh yeah, I am hungry. That's dinner over there. Are you eating with your fingers? Crazy. Do you want to